What's up everyone, Irrigation Farmer back today, and we are almost ready to start planting. So we've ran into a little bit of a holdup. One, we're waiting on the fields to dry. We irrigated them just to pre-irrigate, get some moisture, settle the strip till. That was a big concern. And two, we've got, we gotta just check some things on the planter for our liquid system. And we're having the precision planting guy come out because we've got a newer system on here that we had some issues with last year. Never got it all figured out, so hopefully he's coming out today. We'll take a look at that, and I've got to do some spraying today. All right, so yesterday we got everything hooked up. You could see lots of lines going on there. The tanks were on already because strip tilling, and we put our markers on. We put our markers on for weight. We probably should put some brackets on, but they work for now. And yeah, so as I said, we're just trying to get everything ready to go, but she's ready here soon. So first, let's go spraying. So we don't really put much pre down before we plant. Most of the stuff we do is post. So what I'm doing is I got a little bit of thistle and kochia in one field. I'm going to try to kill that stuff before we plant, and then plant, and then we'll probably come back with a post later on. Tank is all loaded up, chemical in there. Time to go spray. So the worst thing about this farm, or one of our farms, is to get to it, you have to go on a highway for a while. And it's always a blast. And there's this bridge right here, which is really fun because light equipment takes up the whole bridge. And people don't really think that they need to slow down for you or stop. So yeah, that's a blast. But luckily the sprayer fits on there pretty good, so not a big deal. Killing some weeds. So this field is actually really clean, but we have several patches of Canadian thistle and kochia. Canadian thistle, it's been getting worse and worse on our farm, especially this farm here, our operation, I guess, especially this farm here. It's a really tough perennial to kill, and what I'm using is wide match, so hopefully we start getting rid of that. And I'm also trying to kill some kochia out here. I'll come back after the corn comes up about B2 or so and try to respray whatever weeds are out there, because what I have going out is not residual. I'm just going right through the planter, kill off, it's a cheap burn down basically, and then come back. So I'm going at a 45 to the corn rows. The corn rows go this way, and I'm going this way. The reason for that is with strip tillage, it's hard to get a John Deere to actually go down the row without just sinking down into the strip. I don't have RTK on the sprayer, so I can't use the same guidance line. And to be honest, John Deeres have a big butt, big fat bubble butt. So it sinks down into the strip really easily. So instead of trying to fight it, I just 45 it. Not too bad. Well, planting is gonna wait another day. So our precision planting guy, he was kind of behind up at Kansas, so he wasn't able to come out today. So hopefully tomorrow morning, because our issue we're running into, we really want to get going. We irrigated the field, and right now the strip is starting to dry up to where we can start planting. I don't know when we're going to get irrigation next, so we'd like to plant into moisture, get stuff germinated, and then come back with the pivots. Since it's a dry year, any little bit of moisture we can have is great, so we'd like to take advantage of the moisture there before it's supposed to be 90 degrees tomorrow, so it's going to warm up things and dry up stuff pretty quick. So we'll continue tomorrow, hopefully get the planter going. Hopefully it's pretty quick, no major problems, and then go from there. Hopefully, we'll see. All right, new day, back at the planter. So we're slowly getting everything figured out. We got our leak fixed, I think. And right now what we're doing is we're just testing the liquid system. Make sure it's put on the right rate. We were having issues with it last year. So slowly but surely, got the precision guy up there. So hopefully we get everything figured out. I've got a few leaks I got fixed, but otherwise looking good. So there's a chance of rain on Sunday or Monday night, I believe. We don't have a ton of acres to plant this year. As you guys have already heard, it's dry, so we know the story, but we're hoping to try to get at least a good chunk in the field before we actually start planting, because that's never fun to not get it, get a bunch of rain, and then have to wait again. So try to take advantage of that moisture, get planted, go as much as we can. Good morning. Well, as you can tell, I've got the fertilizer tank behind me. I'm in the truck with some seed, and I think Dad's already heading to the field, so we're gonna head out. We decided not to get ready last night just because it's getting late, and we don't like to kind of be able to check things and stuff at night, so figure just do it in the morning, start fresh. So hopefully everything works. Got the liquid system going. I'm gonna fill up with the fertilizer and the seed, and then change everything and hopefully just go today. We'll find out though. Alright, so we're all filled up here, and right now we're just priming the system, make sure the seed's falling, make sure liquid. We got set up the height and stuff too when we get in the field, but just kind of little things here and there. Alright, so now we're checking to see how the depth and everything looks from the outside here. What I want those parallel arms basically parallel. We'll kind of watch and see. Alrighty, well, we're heading back to the shop. We got about 47 acres planted here. We were kind of having a mess. We're trying to set something or change something, and I reset the modules while we're planting, and supposedly that messed things up. So our liquid system is like back to square one now. I think we've maybe got it right. I don't know. We might plant a little bit more, but tomorrow it's supposed to rain, or tonight I think. So if it does, we'll probably try taking off some things, make sure our filters look all right. I don't know. Kind of some problems. Our population was not right. It was off like 2,000, and to me that's quite a bit. So I don't know. I guess more of the story. Don't press buttons while you're planting. Who would have guessed? So hopefully I didn't mess up major things, but yeah, we'll kind of go from there. See what happens. Morning, everyone. Well, we're still having problems with our planter. Seems like more problems are just keep coming on. So right now what we're going to do is we're going to take off the seed plates. We tried some smaller ones to see if that'd help our singulation, because we were having problems with that too. Wasn't the right ones, or something was wrong, so we're going to try a different set. Supposedly we have really small seed. It's like 2,200 pounds per 2,200 seeds per pound, I think they said. So supposedly this plate will help out a little bit, so we're going to try taking those off and then see how those work. So hopefully it won't be too bad to take off. What we got to do is we got to unplug the seed one, or the whatever, the electric drive, take this off, and then the seed plate is actually inside of here. So should be fairly easy to take off, and 16 rows of it. So when we open up this electric meter here, this is what you actually see. So your seed comes down, the vacuum itself will put that against the seed plate here, and then it gets metered out as it needed. So our problem is that we're not getting the correct amount of seeds. It's called singulation is what it is, and you're trying to get like 99%. And we're getting 97, 98. So what we've tried doing is we've tried changing out these plates here. This one, you probably can't tell, I mean, they're just minor differences, but the holes are just a little bit smaller, which won't require quite as much air to get the corn seed on here. Our first ones were too big, too small, hopefully just right. So we'll see how it works. But we're just going through, taking them all off, and then putting them back on, and then we'll find out. I always think it's so cool back here with the vacuum. It sounds like a jet engine. with seed and fertilizer. Well, just seed. We were already full on fertilizer, but so he's gonna plant. There's about 50 acres here, so he's gonna go and plant that 50 acres. I think changing out those seed discs made a difference. I don't know for sure, but I think so. I haven't been in the planter since we have, and he adjusted the vacuum and stuff, so I really don't know. But he hasn't said anything, so that's good. For the liquid, we kind of gave up on trying to troubleshoot it. We had to plant. We were chasing moisture because we are limited again, like you've heard a million times. We're short on water. So we pre-irrigated these fields, and we were trying to plant into the moisture, let it germinate, and then we'll come back with some more, hopefully, down the road. But back to the liquid. So yes, we are having problems with it still. It's been a 2-year process now, this year and last year. We're hoping once we get done with planting season, we're just gonna have whoever it takes, the territory manager, the engineers, whoever. Hopefully it's an easy fix. It hasn't been so far. We've spent way too much time on it, but again, we want it right. Nothing against precision, nothing against the dealers. Something's kind of funky with it. We don't know what, and causing some problems. So stay tuned on that to see how that works. But for now, we're just planting. We're going with it. It's at least close with our rate. It'll get by, because we don't want to wait any longer. Because planting, you have a short window. We need to get done. So we'll find out how this all works out. But I'm gonna go spray and then plant tomorrow on my own stuff. Burn seed bags. Easiest way to get rid of them. Whew, getting a little toasty here. All right, one other thing I want to add. So before you guys start saying, no, we're not Karen and just moaning and groaning about everything. So if you go to Precision's website, they set themselves really high standards. And so like the singulation, they say, I think 99.5, anything under that is a failure. Not just bad or okay, failure. So when you're getting 98.5, I know that 1.5 doesn't seem like a lot. We probably shouldn't moan and groan about it, but for how much we paid and the fact that they are saying it, that's a failure, you expect to get that 99.5, right? And that's like saying I have a Corvette and you expect it to run at 110 miles per hour, 150, whatever, and they say you're gonna get 150, blah blah blah, and you only get 140. Well, when you're paying over 100 grand for something, they tell you this, you expect that. So again, we're not trying to be Karens and just rah, 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 everything. It's just the fact that what they say, and we want them to hold them to the standards. So anyways, short story, just letting you guys know. But yeah, after this burning, gonna go spray and keep going with the planter. Hopefully get fixed soon as well. We'll find out.